Speaking of shadiness, there's nothing more shady than going to a Coldplay concert and getting put on blast. And now you guys want to ban Jumbotrons all over the world because he can't keep his little wiener, well,
allegedly,
out the human resource department. Ew. Rob, this would be like me and you hugged up at a Beyonce concert. You know, like me and HR. Like, where they do that at?
The
But
memes from that.
if we were married separately too, like
Right.
With kids.
Well, listen, the Astronomer CEO, Andy Byron, and his alleged affair with Chief People Officer Kristen Cabot have been the talk of the internet all over and TV. How you gonna be the chief of people, but your people person, your people skills is over here, people eating on the CEO? Well, anyway, they're both married with kids. They were seen embracing on a jumbo screen during a Coldplay concert in Massachusetts. Now, Coldplay's lead singer, Chris Martin, introduced the kiss cam, and as the camera scanned the audience, it landed on Andy, who was standing behind the girl, and he had his arms wrapped around her waist. You've seen the video, and her arms on top of his. Now, we can't show you the full video because I'm sure somebody licensed it, but here's a few still images. Take a look. First of all, the first one was, oh my God. The second was, we got caught. The third one, life is over. The fourth one, shit. Well, the viral moment resulted in Andy's wife, Megan Kerrigan Byron, deleting his last name from her Facebook page. And it was also reported that Kristen Cabot and her husband, Privateer Rum CEO Andrew Cabot, just bought a home together 5 months ago. Well, here's Andy and Kristen with their families during happier times. Take a look. Oh, God. Okay. And then a photo with Kristen and Andrew. Yes. Okay. Well, Astronomer's board of directors launched an investigation into the viral kiss cam clip, and it resulted in Andy and Kristen both being placed on leave. And ultimately, Andy did the right thing. Well, he should have left his wife, but instead he left his job. Okay. And then that left the co-founder and chief product officer, Pete DeJoy, to serve as interim CEO. Now, here's part of what he said. Over the weekend, I stepped into the role of interim CEO at Astronomer, a company that I've proudly poured my entire professional life into helping build. Over the past few years, our business has experienced incredible growth. What was once a mission to help companies with Apache Airflow has turned into much more. We're privileged to sit at the center of our customers' data and AI strategy, powering data pipelines behind in-game analytics of your favorite sports team, LLM-powered chatbots for customer support, training AI for self-driving cars, and every mission-critical process in between. The events of the past few days have received a level of media attention that few companies, let alone startups in our small corner of the data and AI world, ever encountered. The spotlight has been unusual and surreal for our team, and while I would never have wished for it to happen like this, Astronomer is now a household name. At Astronomer, we have never shied away from challenges. A near decade of building this business has tested us time and time again, and each time we've emerged stronger. Basically, what he said was, thanks for all the free press, bitch.
100%.
All press is bad press.
And he also said he'd been waiting his whole life for your job, so go on and get on. I mean, but this is where, time meets opportunity, right?
Yep.
When you first saw the video, I mean, the first time you saw it, it's like, oh my God. Second time you see it, it's like, oh my God, that's a mess. The third time, the fourth time, and then as it's grown into this thing, it's like, do we ever want to be at that corporate world machine where like we can get canceled? Because that's pretty much cancel culture, right?
Oh, absolutely.
For sure. That's canceled personally and professionally. But for me, it's like, I feel like that it's a lesson for now. Everyone else, when they cheat in public, they're going to be like, you saw the AI of them like trying to resuscitate. And like, it was like trying to do like, like alter ego, like, or alternate endings. But I'm like, for you to just run away like that's what blew it up. Because I'm like, it was the reaction really that told on them, like even if it was in public, I feel like if you just recorded it, and they just smiled it off. Somebody would have taken a photo and it would have gotten to somebody. But the reaction made it
because
viral.
they knew they were wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what made it a meme. It's when people walk around in privilege. For me, right? Like you're at a Coldplay concert in front of thousands of people and you're right there in the center. And the crazy part was, the Coldplay front guy said, oh, man, you must be cheating or something.
Yep.
Right?
Because he was doing the kiss cam for multiple people. And then it was zoomed in for the photo you can't see. But there's another like white girl on the side like gagged. You
that
saw
was
her?
my other thing because I'm like, whoever else was in that box knew that they were having
Of
an affair.
course.
So I
And they're
looked
just
it.
like-
You saw it? Did you see it?
Yeah.
I looked it up. She's also on LinkedIn with the blonde lady, the mistress.
She was probably the people of the people officer's office.
She is. Okay, yes. She works in HR, and the blonde lady has been bringing her to all these jobs, and now they're at Astronomer together. So they definitely were in cahoots, and that's why she was gagged, like, oh shit, now this is a public.
Well, now
'cause
she
also works.
might step into her job now.
Yep, exactly.
This
I
is
saw
just
dollar
this
signs
is
in her
insane.
eyes.
Can you imagine if like Barack Obama? No, I ain't even gonna do that. I ain't even gonna do
You know
that.
what?
I ain't gonna do that because But I'm just saying we could never do that.
No, the audacity to stand at the front of the box with y'all arms around each other like y'all are not committed to other people with whole
and
families.
he had his hands around her breast.
It was
Yes.
crazy. Crazy.
Yes.
What y'all gonna do for money now? I mean, because you both lost your jobs.
OnlyFans.
Well, I think
No.
they should just they at this point they have to just stay together.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do because it could be like the news anchors. Who's in? Remember
Yeah,
the news anchors? And then the
Wait, do you remember?
TJ
Nobody.
Holmes
Yeah, and what?
Amy.
Amy what?
Something.
Exactly.
But
TJ and Amy. But have we heard from them anymore?
but they're
We haven't-
together and now their exes are together. I mean, I think we have.
But TJ and Amy look like they're struggling, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna leave my why somebody you work with? Why? I've never at any job I've ever been at found a coworker attractive to the extent that I was going to jeopardize my job for them. I've never had an employee that I've said, okay, this one I got to be with on the low. Why?
But see, that's why I think
I
I
can't.
feel like when people work together, they either become friends or start dating when they work together so intimately and closely like that because they're always around each other, which is scary, especially if you're in a
Rob,
relationship.
we work
stay
around
away
each
from that.
other every day.
We do.
And you ain't never going to see us at a
Never.
concert holding each other like
Never.
that.
But also
Johnny?
to that point, like she's HR. She obviously understands like if something like that happens, they're supposed to disclose it to HR so that they're not sneaking around. But who's she gonna disclose it to? Because you running around having an affair.
She's the one he's disclosing
Exactly.
to. It was the disclosure that got her in trouble. Now the kids are sitting at home wondering why their Xboxes are getting sold and why they're having to pack up and leave and go to daddy's house because you didn't think about your kids. Your kids are now in the middle of this scandal. We may cover their faces up, but their kids at their school definitely know who daddy is and know who mama is. And when they came to school the next day, I know they were looking at them like, you can't AI that.
That's why I feel bad for that.
Oh, you know that was just like it was like one of those teen bullying movies. You know, every kid in the hallway was looking at it on their phone while they walked through. Ooh,
First of all, if I was in the kids' classroom, and I ain't gonna lie, as soon as they walked in, I would be sitting there and everybody would be quiet looking at their phones and I would be like, is this your daddy? Why not? Everybody in here is talking about it.
But it is good press for ColdPlay because who was really no shade, but who's really
Coldplay
talking
is
about
Coldplay.
Yeah,
We know
Coldplay.
shit.
They are, but like no one's really like talking about their.
Do you know
concert,
who
so this is why I
Coldplay,
like
who he was married to?
it. The Australian lady, Nicole Kidman.
See,
No,
you white, you supposed to know.
Wait.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, the company also released a statement on Andy's resignation. This is what they said. As stated previously, Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met. Andy Byron has tendered his resignation, and the board of directors has accepted. The board will begin a search for our next chief executive as co-founder and chief product officer Pete DeJoy continues to serve as interim CEO. Before this week, we were known as a pioneer in data ops space, helping data teams power everything from modern analytics to production AI. While awareness of our company may have changed overnight, our product and our work for our customers have not. We're continuing to do what we do best, helping our customers with their toughest data and AI problems. Basically, y'all didn't know who he was, and now you do. Okay, cool. Y'all got a lot of free promo. You right here on the Jason Lee podcast. I'm sure you've been in the mouths of it. Well,
Do you think they put both of those announcements through ChatGPT?
For sure.
They probably did, of course.
Did you guys hear though his "I'm sorry" letter, his statement?
No.
Did you read his statement?
No, read
That's
it.
ChatGPT.
Okay, his statement is diabolical because I'm not gonna read the whole
Is
thing.
it alleged though? Because I seen one online that I
No,
don't know.
this is from his own page. So in it at the top, he starts it off real great, like very smart. Like, I'm sorry, this is not who I want to be or how I want to be represent the company that I helped build. But he lost us with the last sentence. He says, I want to express how troubling it is that we should have been what should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life.
I saw this on Facebook, but I heard that was not a real statement. Was it his?
Yeah, it was for his statement. Yeah, it's an official statement.
Boy, ColdPlay ain't got nothing to do with you and that woman.
You could have just omitted the last line and, okay, you're still wrong and you're still hell, but still, that's better.
He might sue them for damages. Think about it. His whole career's over.
But I'm sure there's signage up that says that if you're filmed
be.
in this space, you give consent.
Did you see it? I didn't.
Well, we put it up at the award show and people probably didn't see it, but it was there.
Well, if they sue us, we'll have something to fall back on.
You know what?
Speaking, okay, bye, Astronomer Man.